So did you know that this famous song from the 1960s was a defining song for the protest music for the Vietnam War?
I associate this song with like Vietnam, like era movies. And, you know, I just feel like it's one of those songs that it's like, it makes me think of the 60s and like the protest movement. Cause I feel like it's just like permeated all through culture on like television shows, movies. I can't put my finger on exactly, but that's what I think of.
Did you know that it wasn't written about the war or anti-war at all?
No, I have no idea what the real meaning of the song is. I don't know if I've ever really sat down and just like listened to it other than like hearing it on soundtracks and stuff. So,
well, we'll get into that at the end of the reaction. But today we're listening to Buffalo Springfield, For What It's Worth. I only know this because I was interested and I did look it up, but I'm actually not that familiar with the song. To be honest with you, I have no idea what it's going to be, but I know that it's a very popular song, so I know I'm going to recognize it when it comes on.
All right, well, let's dive in.
That's right. Hey, before we start this reaction, don't forget to like and subscribe. Stick around at the end, and we can talk about what the song was really written about. And I'm Paper Chase.
And it's the one and only Diamond Don Juan. We are back with another reaction just for you.
That's right. Let's get into it. Okay, yeah, I've heard this.
There's something happening here, but what it is ain't exactly clear. There's a man with a gun over there, telling me I got to beware. I think it's time we stop, children. What's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. There's battle lines being drawn. Nobody's right if everybody's wrong.
Damn.
Young people speaking their minds are getting so much resistance from behind. Time we stop. Hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. What a field day for the heat. 1,000 people in the street, singing songs and a carrying signs, mostly say hooray for our side. It's time we stop. Hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down.
I mean, it's very clear why this is a protest song. It's
Yeah,
like,
it's
you know, it's
clearly.
literally talking about people being out in the streets. So I can see like how it could be construed as, you know, because you're saying that it's not related to the like anti-Vietnam stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely is. I mean, it's clear it's a protest song in a sense, but yeah, apparently it's not directly. It was not written to be like an anti-Vietnam.
Well, yeah, that's what is so interesting about it is that like he says a line like when, you know, something about right when everyone's wrong. So it's like not necessarily taking a side. It's like leaving room that like there's dialogue on both sides and both sides are trying to be right. And I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
And you know that I'll save my thoughts for the end because yeah.
Well, yeah, let's get back into it and we'll have a little conversation at the
chat.
Paranoia strikes deep into your life, it will creep. It starts when you're always afraid. Step out of line, the man come and take you away. We better stop. Hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. Stop. Hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going. We better stop now. What's that sound? Everybody look what's going. We better stop. Children, what's that sound?
Wow, this is a banger, dude. I've heard that on movies for sure.
Yeah.
Like, for sure. But I've never listened to the full song or even like listened to the lyrics and tried to comprehend it. Banger.
Yeah, absolutely. It's still so relevant too. I mean, the last lines about paranoia. Like, I'm a conspiracy theory person. Like, I love conspiracies. Like, I've been into them pretty much like my whole life.
Didn't you get probed? When you were talking about, like, you think you got probed?
I was part of the GATE program. The Gifted and Talented program. It was like the Stranger Things. Low key. The CIA was trying to find mind control candidates.
Well, let's talk about what this song was written for.
You opened that door.
Okay, so Stills wrote this song after experiencing...
Wait. Hold on. Stills? Like
that what
Crosby, Stills, and Nash? Stills?
I don't know. That's what I could be getting the name wrong.
Well, no, I just find that interesting because I had no idea. Like, you know who Crosby... Is that Neil Young? Is that who Buffalo Springfield is?
Yeah, Stephen Stills.
Wait, who's in the band?
I don't know, bro. Let me get to what I'm saying,
sorry.
bro. Okay. Are you going to interrupt me again?
Go ahead.
Okay. So Stephen Stills wrote this song after witnessing a bunch of like the distrust between law enforcement and the youth in LA. So there was a lot of people, there was the nightclub life scene was really becoming popular down there. And there was a lot of obviously things that happened with that. There's probably a lot of drugs and crime and sex and, you know, things that can easily
The
get out of
establishment
control.
was like not interested in.
Yeah, things that can get out of control. Establishments weren't interested in. So they were starting to implement curfews on the street.
Okay.
So people couldn't, you know, go out late and go to these clubs and basically trying to put a halt to this culture that was forming out there.
Okay.
And it was obviously not settled well with the youth. And there was a lot of protests going on and a lot of fighting. And, you know, they would be basically harassing people resisting with, you know, riot gear and things like that. So the song was actually just written about what he was witnessing happening in that time down in LA with the party scene. But it conveniently came out during a lot of the protests of the Vietnam War. So it was kind of used as a song for that.
I think it's all related though. It's all the same. Like you can't separate it. Like I think that's like music has such a big impact in culture that the music is directly tied into all those things, to the, you know, anti-war protests, to the whole hippie movement. I mean, you can't separate the two. It's like the music was connected, which, you know, that's what I love about all these like conspiracies is that it like all ties in hand because, you know, when you start thinking about that whole era, it's like I personally associate it with, you know, the hippie movement, which was drugs, free love, you know, LSD, all this stuff, you know, was so involved with that, the psychedelic movement. And it's undeniable. I mean, the artists talk about it. It's intertwined. You can hear it in the influence of the music. Like we just listened to Roy Orbison and Big Bad John. When did that come out? The Jimmy Dean one?
Jimmy Dean. They were both
That
came
was
out in 1961.
Okay, so think about that. You have that transition from that to this. I mean, it's like a night and day difference.
Yeah.
It's so different. So it's like, of course, those cultures are going to clash.
Interesting. Very
Yeah.
interesting. Well, I love that. What a banger. What an all-time banger. Thank you guys for watching. Man, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you drop a like and hit that subscribe button and let us know some other songs from this time period. Maybe some other anti-war protest songs, things like that. I'm just super interested in that whole culture and movement.
Yeah. I mean, it was just such a crazy time in American history. That's the thing that I love about like listening to songs like this is it takes me back and makes me think about it. And like, I know for me, I will have moments where I'm like, oh, it's so crazy right now. And the culture is so crazy. And the culture that's, you know, the kids in the campuses are like, you know, wilding out and doing all this crazy stuff. And like during this era, I think this is the time of the Kent State Massacre. You familiar with that? There was
Yeah. It's
yeah, there was like some protests on a college campus and where the National Guard came in.
Yes.
I believe they shot like one or two people, like pretty sure somebody died. So it's like, yeah, like just a total clash of like cultures and, you know, the whole like kind of 50s, you know, anti-communism, like McCarthyism versus like the new wave. And it's like such an interesting thing to think about and think about how we can look at our time and be like, oh, it's so crazy, but it had to be insane to grow up in those times and see all that and turn on the news and be like, oh my God, they our troops shot some college students. Like that must have been like mind blowing.
True.
Yeah.
Crazy. Well, thank you guys for watching.
And we will see you on the next one.
Peace.